All right, so we have the new devblog for clan battles in Tradein just announced. So let's go over the new clan battle season polar bear with SAT score. All right, so as of April 3rd, we have the new clan battle season in Tradeins announced. So the new clan battle season is going to be season 25 called Polar Bear. They have some nice new emblems. As you can tell, they're polar bears, so nice. This clan battle season is going to be 7v7 tier 10s with a maximum of 2 battleships, no submarines, and no aircrafts permitted. Pretty much normal stuff, but what they're adding that's new is they're adding support consumables. So the new consumables that they have in the pinata mode, they are now adding into clan battles. Now, this season is going to be a very short season. It's from May 20th until June 10th. So the first battle will be May 22nd, and the ending would be June 10th. So I think it's going to be one of the shortest clan battle seasons we've actually ever had.
It's about 3 weeks, so it's actually half the regular season duration.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, in the Pinata mode, you're able to get these support consumables, and now they have made them now available for ships. So pretty much they're having the coordinated emergency repair, which makes it where you repair 1% damage. It also causes a control party effect as well. This goes for 10 seconds, so it heals up to 10% damage. A cooldown's 180 seconds. You get 2 uses of it per person that has it. The call to smoke, you get so dispatches smoke screen on the area. The aircraft do not spot enemy ships. 180-second cooldown, 15-second action time, 90-second smokes, 12-kilometer range. Force stalemate prevents your team from losing points, prevents any team from earning points. Number of uses is 2, with a cooldown of 120 seconds and 30-second action time. The call patrol bombers, where it dispatches bombers in an indicated area. The bombers patrol the area, dropping HE bombs on enemy ships. This does spot the enemy. Make this very clear. The call patrol bombers does spot targets, while the call to smoke current does not. You get 2 uses with this, with 120-second cooldown time, 120-second action time, which means that if you just drop them on an area, it will keep circling that area until they run out. So they're about 2 minutes that you have that up for. You can drop a minefield. The aircraft do not spot the enemy. It drops a minefield of 2.5 kilometers, have a 12-kilometer range. Number uses is 2, 300-second cooldown. Action time is 5 seconds. It takes 40 seconds for the mines to be activated once they've landed in the water, and 200 seconds for the duration of the mines. The joint fleet maneuvers increases the speed of ally ships by 20%, increases acceleration by 30%, and decreases turning radius by 30%. This affects all ships, not just yourself. You get 2 uses, 180-second cooldown, and a 60-second activation time. And the final one that they're adding is the coordinated fire. It chooses enemy receives 30% more damage from all sources. Number of is 2. Cooldown is 180. Action time is 30 with a preparation of 60 with a range of 14 kilometers. So pretty much they're adding every single support consumable that's in the piano mode right now, except for the invincible one, where it makes you and your team invincible. That's the only one they're not adding. How they're making it work is this is the layout how it's going to be. Destroyers are going to be able to call in the patrol bombers, drop minefields, joint fleet maneuvers, and coordinated fire. Cruisers can do pretty much the heal, the stalemate, mines, and the coordinated fire on an enemy. Battleships have the most. They have the most options here. They have the heal, the smoke curtain, the force stalemate, control patrol bombers, and the joint fleet maneuvers. In addition, there is a limit where you can only use 2 of each consumables per division, which means you can only have 2 heals or 2 patrol bombers each, right? You can only have 2 of each consumable. You can't just spam all 7. So like you can't have nothing but cruisers and have all the heals. You have to have only 2 heals or 2 patrol bombers, pretty much in a sense. You only have 2 each. I've already thought of a few very strong combos potentially where they haven't announced a ship limit yet, but I can already see where, since it's tier 10 double battleships, you have a St. Vincent going with like a Marseille or a Henry, and you have a really fast flank maneuver, and you use joint fleet maneuvers and a possible smoke screen to be able to just shove it through, and you use like a Marceau or so it's gonna be you can have up to 2 battleships, right? You can have 2 battleships. So most likely the season's gonna be 1 DD that's gonna have call patrol bombers to be able to spot. The call patrol bombers will be probably on the off flank where the DD isn't at, or somewhere where it's gonna be able to spot something. So it's gonna be a fast moving DD that's gonna be able to spot, get caps, or etc. And you're going to have very capable maneuvering cruisers, or it's going to be there's multiple metas going to be formed. You're going to have either really heavy radars or very maneuverable fast flanking ships, or you're going to have the secondaries. I can already imagine the secondary memes that can go on with those smokes curtains. There's going to be a lot of lower level clan battles. There'd be a lot of fun experimenting. The higher tier, like Typhoon and Hurricane clan battles, is going to be really rough. It's going to be very annoying to fight in the high level period. But at the lower tier, like Gale, Storm, Squall, it's going to be a lot of fun to play clan battles. I plan on playing clan battles this season. This is gonna be a blast. What do you think, SAT? I think I killed SAT. SAT! No!
Oops.
Oh, there you are.
So the high-level clans, i.e. Typhoon and Hurricane, they're going to figure out the optimal combination pretty quickly. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see joint maneuvers just increases speed by 20%, which is kind of crazy because it stacks. It'll stack a lot with the French destroyers, the French ships. So you could probably see a lot of like joint fleet maneuvers and coordinated fire and try to pick off a ship super quickly.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's not going to be fun to fight.
I can already
So
see the meta where, like, if a French fleet bomb rushes someone, like they bomb rush like a radar fleet, like so you say salt like a very maneuverable build clan battle team fights a more traditional like a Russian wall fleet. Unless those Russian wall fleets have a smoke to cover them up, those French will bomb them really quick. They'll hit them really like we already know how fast they hit them, right? They hit them. They don't give them any time to get out of there. So if you're playing a more like a radar team, like a more radar built focused team, like more like the Russian, they're gonna have to take smoke screens on their ships, or they're gonna be. And the thing is, you only get a smoke screen from your battleships. Only the battleships have the smoke screens, which makes it where you have to focus your consumables on what you plan on bringing. You have to.
So keep in mind, in addition to the above restrictions, divisions will be limited to 2 of each consumable per division.
Yep.
So you're gonna see. I'm expecting to see a lot of like call patrol bombers, joint fleet maneuvers, coordinated fire. Basically, just try to pick off one ship at a time, gank them super quickly before even a smoke curtain can save them. But thankfully, there is a pseudo counter, which is for stalemate, which at least stops you from losing the points you would from lose a ship. But honestly, it's going to be a quick snowball effect anyways, because if you lose a ship to that to a gank, then it's GG.
Yep.
Yeah, I expect it to be not very fun at the higher tiers because it has a high potential to just evolve into a speed meta where you literally see Klebers and Marceaus just running at each other. But that's where the ship restrictions hopefully comes in to save the day.
Yeah, they haven't announced the ship restrictions yet, but I expect Petro to be limited. I expect the Marseille to be limited. I expect the St. Vincent to be limited like it is currently. The clan restrictions that are going on right now in this current clan battle season will probably follow suit in the next clan battle season really quick. They're most likely probably the first week. They may not, like maybe for the first two, they may not have restrictions for the first 2 days, and then they'll have restrictions for the next two because they're probably going to do quick action because to them they're trying to see how much people are going to like this or not. Well, do people like this or not like it? I'm going to try to keep an open mind to the possibility, but like SAT said, I can already tell you that the top hurricane and typhoon level is going to be like someone said it, like someone just said, this is going to make the better clans better. This is going to, and the people that are more on the bottom will struggle more because this is more like mental. They have to. This is more that they have to focus on in a match. In a the mid clans will stay amount mid, but this is going to make steamrolls more common and snowballing effects more common.
And given that there's the recent shift to how teams qualify for King of the Seas, I I expect this to might. I'm pretty sure this will count towards that as well, since it's technically an official clan battle season. So you get to sweat super hard just to play this, which
Yep.
not everyone might enjoy, at least
No.
outside the first week.
No. I'm definitely going to play this season because I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. But the biggest issue of this is the communication and coordination for all these is going to be really hard for lower level clans. The higher level clans are going to be able to take this into consideration really quick because higher level clans already have that communication factor really down to a T. They have that team coordination really down, while lower level clans have that communication where it's a lot rougher, like for instance, for calling for a simple radar or calling for a simple hydro. Some teams have issues just simple communication like that. So calling in a support consumable that can literally make or break a match like that instant, like it can easily it can cause so much frustration with lower level teams.
Yep. Oh, and one last thing. This that season is going to be 3 weeks instead of
Yes.
6.
Yes.
So GG trying to make it to Hurricane.
Yeah, that's gonna be really rough to get to Hurricane. 3 weeks, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, unless they change the point gain somehow, like literally double it, then you're going to see a lot of teams drop out of Hurricane because there's literally not enough time to make it.
Yep. For sure, for sure.
Anything else you have to add, Bo?
Now, no, I think that covers it for the clan battles. I think the thing that a lot of people are going to be interested in is going to be the trade-in.
Ooh.
They just announced the trade-in. I they had a trade-in before, right? They had a trade-in
Yes, they
before.
did.
So for 1 month, starting from the last week of update point 13.4, a special tab will be available in the armory where you can exchange tier 5 through 10 premiums and special ships for a significant discount on the purchase of other premium and special tier 5 through 10 ships with doubloons. Rare ships that are difficult or impossible to attain are exchanged for a larger discount. Additionally, we have expanded the list of ships that people are able to exchange, including ships that can be obtained for research and steel. That's pretty cool.
Yep. So make sure go to the dev blog, take a look at the top list, the one that starts with Sirocco, and if there's any ship that's in there that interests you, then go ahead and check out the trade-in option. You can trade in just about any premium for that.
You can also trade in coal ships, by the way, which means
Mm-hmm.
that if you already have a crap ton of coal lying around, guess what? You can get yourself a free premium. So it's
Yep.
great. They made it where if there are coal ships in this list, so if you're sitting on a mountain of coal or research bureau or any of those kind of resources, you can use those to get yourself a free premium. Well, not really free. You're still paying for it, of course, but instead of paying doubloons, you're just doing it because there's some people with millions of coal.
So assuming the values are the same as last time, a lot of people would buy it for Sherman. That one's the cheapest coal ship at 232K or 180 with the coupon.
Yeah.
They'll trade in the Forest Sherman and get either a free tier 8 or a heavily discounted tier 9.
Yep. I think that's really cool. The last trade-in, I don't think you could trade in coal ships. So the fact that
Huh?
they're allowing you to
No,
do
you
that.
could.
Oh, you could?
You
Oh,
could.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's why people were abusing the Forest Sherman.
Okay, okay. My bad. But that's really cool though that you can bring in like a coal ship and then trade it for a premium ship or a doubloon ship. I think that's really cool of them.
Any ship on this list do you think is a good buy if people don't have it already?
I think the Carl. The Carl is really
Carl.
fun. Carl. The Carl's a pretty good battleship. Agnicourt, yeah, Agnicourt's really good. Agnicourt's really good. But you can't tell me the Carl's poo. You're poo. Agnicourt's good. Carl's good. I think the Carl's really good. And you can't get the Agnicourt, so Agnicourt's really good.
I think Agincourt is just for money, but not for doubloons right now. Let me double check.
The Carl you can't get for anything.
Yeah, but didn't you say Agincourt earlier?
Oh, yeah, Agnicourt you can't get at all. I thought Agnicourt was one of the removed premiums.
I'm pretty sure not.
Is it?
Yeah, you can get it for doubloons
Oh, okay.
right now.
Oh, cool. The Napoli's also a good choice, too.
Yeah, but you have to trade something in for her, and why not just spend the coal directly to get her?
Yeah, exactly. At that point. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're actually getting a real discount if you try to buy one of the tier 10s through the trade-in.
Minagomo's also an option.
What do you think of Minigumo? She's one of the newest ships to enter the fleet.
I think it's okay. I think it's alright. Like, if you can't get
Okay.
the Jaeger, then you can get the Minagumo.
Okay. So, for me personally, the tier 8 Kid looks like a good option if you play tier 8 ranked.
Yep.
She'll be pretty good. She's good in bronze and silver tiers of ranked. No, wait.
Yep.
Silver's tier 10, right?
Silver is tier 10 in supers, and gold is tier 10 in supers. Bronze is tier 8.
Yep, just tier 8 then. The other ship, of course, Agincourt if you want a British secondary battleship. And then Carl, because she is a very interesting, unique playstyle for a battleship.
Also has long-range torpedoes. Like, they're long-range, really quick torpedoes. Like the Holland, pretty much.
The rest of the ships here don't stand out immediately, but there are some that might be interesting if you prefer a specific playstyle.
Like the Flint.
Flint is a smoke HE spammer. She's she's overpriced in the armory, but she's not a bad ship.
Yep.
You have Udachi Minigumo if you want a torpedo destroyer. You've got Genova if you want to experience the pain Bode has whenever someone tells him to play Genova.
Thing sucks.
You have Sirocco, which is
It's okay.
which is just a French destroyer.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad.
And then you have the Duplex, which is a cruiser. It's a heavy cruiser, and I think you liked it when she was first released.
She did, but I've been playing the DeGrasse tier 6, and that thing just wallops everything. It's so good. It has such a high DPM.
And then, yeah, Brandenburg, Florida. The other ships, you'll get it if you really want to play, if you like playing mid-tiers. These are pretty solid ships. But as we said, the priority ships I think would be Agincourt, just because she's so good. Caro, because she's pretty unique and a solid battleship otherwise, and Kid, because she is a destroyer with a heal, and if you are tryharding and ranked, she's a good choice for that.
Yep, for sure. At the bottom of the DevBlog, they introduced Sir John Vincent Commander going into the game, Dragon Boat Racer Commander, and the Good Luck Kite flag. And they're introducing a new Viscount to Victory permanent flag for the St. Vincent. Looks pretty cool. I like the side pieces on the turrets there, the engravings there. That looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. And this camo reminds me of one of Colorado's camo. I believe it's the Constitution camo.
Yeah, and the Constellation. That thing has the same. No, is it the Constitution or the Constellation?
Constellation.
Yeah, Constellation has the same camo as well.
Not that you want to show your broadside, but it's a pretty fun camo nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. So they're keeping the Commonwealth Team premium containers in the game, but they're removing the Commonwealth tokens, replacing them with credits. So slot 1, you have a guaranteed 300,000 credits. Slot 2, slot 3, just Gamba. But yeah, that's the dev blog for the upcoming Clan Battle Season in Tradeins coming up in May 20th. And the end week of the 13.4 patch. But yep, that's going to be it. Thank y'all for watching today's video. If you guys have any concerns or anything like that, let me know in the comments down below. This is Overlord Bo and SAT. Talk to y'all later.